Waiting orders. Reporting. Waiting orders. On my way. Ready for action. There are some infected around here. There are some infected around here. We're under attack! Roger. Reporting. On my way. On my way. Roger. There are some infected around here. Infected incoming!
They're breaking into our building. They're trying to get inside.
Waiting orders. Roger. Infected incoming! They're coming! They're coming! There are some infected around here. Going there. Roger. Ready for action. We're empty! Out of ammo! Raiders spotted. Requesting support! Waiting orders. Operator. Operator. Let's do it. Roger. We're on the move. There are some people here. Requesting support! Reporting.
We are out of resources.
Operator. Operator. We're on the move. Going there. Receiving. Receiving. Reporting. Waiting orders. Ready for action. Reporting.
Wrap it up, folks. Time to call it a day.
Operator. Reporting. Receiving. Reporting. Receiving. On my way. Going there. Reporting. Receiving. Waiting orders. Let's do it. Let's do it. Horde spotted! There are some infected around here. We're on the move. On my way. Going there. Another one incoming!
Send him here.
Reporting.
We'll see what he's got.
We're on the move. Hostiles inbound. Chief.
Straight down.
Receiving. Receiving. Roger. We're on the move.
They're breaking into our building.
Slackers, wake up and do your job.
The place is adapted.
Receiving. Waiting orders. Roger. On my way. We're on the move. On my way. On my way. Going there. On my way. We're on the move.
Building adapted.
Stop working. Start winding down for some rest.
Operator, on my way. We're on the move. Another one incoming! There are some infected around here. Ready for action. Going there.
They're breaking into our building.
Grab your guns! The infected are swarming! Receive it. Going there.
Our building is under attack.
On my way. Going there. There are some infected around here. Let's do it. There are some infected around here. There are some infected around here. Infected incoming! Let's do it. Raiders spotted. Infected incoming! Another one incoming! On my way. Receiving. On my way. Roger. We're on the move. We're on the move. Roger. Going there. We're on the move.
off your face and get to work.
Waiting orders.
The day's toil is over. Get some rest.
Waiting orders. Infected incoming! Operator. Roger. On my way. On my way.
They're breaking into our building.
Waiting orders. On my way.
Enough sleep,
Port,
people.
spotted!
You've got work to do.
On my way. No more to find. Clear.
Task complete.
There's nothing left. Search done. Search done. Search done. There's nothing left. No more to find. Search done. Clear. No more to find. There's nothing left. Clear.
To all survivors,
Clear.
this is an infection-free zone. We provide food and shelter,
On my
safety
way.
and security.
Time to sleep.
Join
everyone.
us.
Tomorrow's another day.
Operator, there's nothing left. Building clear. We're on the move. Building clear. There are some infected around here. A group of people. There are some people here. People spotted. Armed and dangerous.
Ask them to join
Ready
us.
for action. Going there. Waiting orders. Let's do it. On my way. Let's do it. Let's do it. Hostiles inbound. Well, that wasn't a... However...
Send them away.
Waiting orders. Hostile group incoming. Operator. Going there. Receiving. Roger. Waiting orders. Receiving. On my way. On my way. Enemy group approaching! Roger. Let's do it. Going there. On my way. Going there. Operator, let's do it. We're on the move. Ready for action. Ready for action. Let's do it. Reporting. Let's do it. There's nothing left. Roger.
Morning, everybody. Time to earn your living.
Receiving. Clear. Let's do it.
Building repurposed.
Building clear. No more to find. Clear.
Work's done.
Task
Back
complete.
to your shelters.
Hostiles inbound. Roger. On my way. Enemy group approaching. Another one incoming. Building clear. Infected incoming. Roger. Waiting orders. No more to find. Waiting orders. Horde spotted! Swarm is nearby! Man the stations! Roger. Hostiles inbound! Horde spotted! On my way. Operator, going there. There are some infected enemy group here. Approaching! There are some infected around here. Hostiles inbound!
Rising grind, people. No time to wait.
Please, come to us. We'll take you in. Where are you? On your own. And be careful. We're waiting for you.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Raiders spotted. Roger. Going there. Wandering group. That on the other.
Ask them to join us.
People spotted. Armed and dangerous. Ready for action. Receiving. Another one incoming! Search done. Raiders spotted. There are some people here. Ready for action. Some people are wandering around. Some people are wandering around. Clear. We're on the move. Chief, they claim to...
Ask them to join us.
Waiting orders. Going there. Raiders are coming. Get ready. Kill them. Waiting orders. Going there. Going there. Hostile group incoming. Waiting orders.
Stop working.
Let's
Start
do it.
winding down for some rest.
Roger. Reporting. Receiving. We're on the move. Going there. Infected incoming. Going there. Enemy group approaching. Receiving. On my way. Another one incoming. Hostiles inbound. Waiting orders. Waiting orders. Reporting. Ready for action. On my way. Infected incoming. Let's do it. Ready for action. Receiving. Waiting orders. Another one incoming! Another one incoming!
The infected are pillaging a building.
Receiving. Waiting orders. Ready for action. There are some infected around here.
The door won't hold much longer.
Let's do it. There are some infected around here. There are some infected around here. Need more ammunition! Need more ammunition!
They're trying to get inside.
Roger. Hostiles inbound.
The infected are pillaging a building. Our building is under attack.
Let's do it. We're on the move. On my way. We're on the move. Roger. Another one incoming! Operator. Let's do it. On my way. Hostiles inbound! People spotted! Armed and dangerous! Roger. We're on the move. Going there. On my way. Ready for action. Receiving. Let's do it. Waiting orders. Operator, receiving. On my way. Waiting orders. On my way. There are some infected around here. Another one incoming! Infected incoming! Ready for action. Receiving. Roger. Waiting orders. Receiving. We're on the move. Reporting. Receiving. On my way.
Our building is under attack.
Ready for action. On my way. Infected incoming!
Get up, everyone!
Port! Spotted!
Waiting.
Let's do it. Reporting. Hostile group incoming. Ready for action. Receiving. Let's do it. We're on the move. This house is infected! Danger close! Danger close! We're on the move. Orders. We're on the move. Going there. Going there. Danger close! Get inside! Roger. Ready for action. On my way. We're on the move.
Adaptation done.
Stop working. Start winding down for some rest.
Ready for action. Reporting. Reporting.
Your work ain't gonna wait for us. Let's get to it.
To all survivors, this is an infection-free zone. We provide food and shelter, safety and security. Join us.
A group of people is approaching.
Send him here. We'll see what he's got.
Chief,
Let's trade then.
the forces are being overwhelmed, and we cannot hold them off much longer.
The day's toil is over. Get some rest.
They're breaking into our building. Won't hold much longer.
Going there.
They're trying to get inside. The infected are pillaging a building.
Receiving. Roger. Hostiles inbound.
The infected are pillaging a building. The door won't hold much longer. They're trying to get inside. The infected are pillaging a building. Our building is under attack.
We're empty! Need more ammunition! Receiving. Roger. Ready for action. Operator. Reporting. 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 Going there. Going there.